The idea here is to be rocking from the hips. You can start with rolling the pelvis back and forth, anterior and posterior pelvic tilt, which kind of happens from a movement in the lower back and in the hip joint. But slowly I want you to pay attention and move in a bit deeper towards the pelvic floor. And pay attention to this space between your tailbone, your pubic bone, and the two sit bones. It's like a diaphragm, it's like a elastic membrane. I was about to say a trampoline. Anyway, there's much dynamic on this level, quite subtle. Subtle doesn't mean weak, it means many possibilities. Anyway, find a way where how you can activate this pelvis, rocking directly from the pelvic floor and the internal space inside the pelvis, which is much more organic, fluid, less muscular. At least it's less of an external muscle sensation. There might be muscles activating, but it's deeper muscles. It's not the external muscle that are placed around the bony structure that makes the bones move. It is from inside the structure, from the center of the structure, in front of the sacrum, in between the hips. It's like a game of pressure. It's like playing with different pressure. Where do I create pressure, density within that fluid, organic space? And where do I release a little bit in order for this pressure to flow and create a movement, to shift balance, if you like. Yeah. So it's very small at the beginning. Allow it to be very small. And then maybe we'll shift position slightly, come in a deep squat. So in order for this thing to work, the whole pelvis area needs to be like a vase, an empty space in order to receive energy, to receive awareness. So if it's constricted, tight and constricted, there's less movement that can happen. So less movement means less awareness. So we want to try to expand first. So release the lower back, slightly curve the lower back, sending the spine backwards, and as a counterbalance the hip comes slightly forward, so you kind of create this C shape from the back of your body. All around your central axis, all around your inner space. And ground it. So reach down from the back of your body, from the tail, from the sit bones. And as a counterbalance, the front body, the inner body, is able to rise. It's almost kind of pushed upward. So this back and lateral body sinking when the front and central line of the body rising. So I don't rise by extending the back, by arching the back. I rise by sinking down, making myself grounded and heavy, and then my more fluid, vulnerable, malleable side, part of the body, inner side, inner central, is able to come forth. So there's kind of in the shoulder blades, this kind of roll like that. So not in the traps in the neck, like down and then forward protracted. Shouldn't be exaggerated, so you should still be, it should be kind of gentle in order to be allowing movement. And pelvis as well. And then at some point, once you have this kind of grounded, you're able to work a bit of from let's say the abdominals, but it's like not just the front, you know, the abs, it's like the whole abdominal walls, the whole layers, all the way down to the internal structure of fascia that structure the whole space where the organs are, connecting all parts together, so it kind of start to pulse from feel how this inner space is able to pulse. You can slightly reach forward and pulse in order to initiate a slight movement back and forth. Imagine like a wave, literally. in your body, moving your inner fluids back and forth, creating pressure and releasing, learning how to direct this pressure in the direction you desire. It's really like, I don't know if you have seen the abdomen of a bee or a wasp. It's kind of pulsating. Feels a bit like that. It's organic and it's segmental as well. It's like each segment moving after the other in a wave-like motion. This is more for the bony structure, for the spinal structure, but it's not the spine that moves really, it's the fluid inside your belly, inside your pelvis. It's like a ball condensing and expanding, or whatever is whatever you experience is whatever image that comes to your mind. Work with that. Work your sensations and your imagination to make it more real, more tangible for you to work with. And then, so back and forth, can you then go more like pushing downwards? So if I push down, a part will rise. It's like the principle of polarities. There's always two directions in the movement. If a part is sinking, another part is rising. If a part goes backward, another part goes forward, in order to keep center. And to be aware of both polarities is a way to remain connected with the center of the body, or at least the center of the movement, the core of the movement, where the movement is emerging from. Anyway.